Hey everybody, my name is Sherry Sutton and I am your marketing mentor. Welcome to today's presentation about 3 ways to find joy in your marketing. How many of you feel like marketing is a total drag? You don't like to do it. You like it's something that you dread. I get it. I hear it all the time from entrepreneurs that I work with, and it's a very common thing. But there's lots of ways that you can find joy in your marketing and really in your business overall. And so I just want to kind of share some of my mindset hacks when I'm struggling. Even I struggle sometimes with sitting down and doing my marketing, or really sometimes anything in my business, right? For me, especially, it's like numbers and contracts and that kind of stuff. Like the marketing stuff obviously is fun for me, but we all have those things in our business that don't feel fun to us, and that marketing might be yours. And so here's a couple of the mindset hacks that I use. So the first one is to remember your why, and your why you're doing this, who you're trying to serve, right? What are you trying to do in this world to make a difference? And it generally needs to be, in my opinion, something that is outside of you, right? So it's not just, hey, I want to make a ton of money or something like that. The best companies are run from a mission of something beyond just finances. So what is your why, right? Why do you want to show up at work every day? Maybe it's so that you have more time with your kids. Maybe it's because you want to, help people in some way. For me, I am a huge believer in women having economic independence. And I believe that one of the best ways to do that is through entrepreneurship. And so the essence of why I started this business. My goal every single day is to help female entrepreneurs build their own businesses, be their own bosses, set their own rules, because we haven't had that opportunity for very long. And so I want to be someone that empowers that. And I do that to the point where I even donate 5% of all of our revenues to organizations that help with female empowerment and entrepreneurship in underprivileged areas, primarily third world countries. This year it's Nepal. So that's my why, but really tune into your why. And if you haven't done that yet, make sure you go back and do that, because on those tough days, that's the first thing you need to go back and look at, right? Like I have my mission statement up on my wall. It's right over there. And I look at it every single day and I say, okay, this is why I'm doing this, right? This is why I'm put on this planet. This is my superpower, teaching people marketing, teaching people how to grow businesses. And that's what gets me up in the morning. Yeah. So when you're feeling a little bored, but you don't want to do things, remember your why. That's my first tip. My second tip is focus on being of service. We tend to, and I do it too, we tend to think about ourselves first and our customers sort of secondary, right? So we're like, I need to make this amount of money. I got this cool product I want to get out there. I encourage all of my clients to change their mindset to one of service. And this is really important in your marketing, because you don't want to just go out and say like, I'm so excited I'm launching a new product, or, hey, I'm looking for people to do this. Like no one cares, right? What people want is for you to give them value, because the best marketing takes people from where they are now to where they want to be. And the way that you do that is by having a service-based mindset. So you want to think about, who are my clients that I want to serve best with my products, right? Who meets the criteria of what I said I want to do in my why, and who can I help serve in the best way with my superpower? And then every single day, especially when you're sitting down to do your marketing, you say, okay, here's the people that I want to serve. What are they struggling with today? Where are they? Because remember, the best marketing takes them from where they are now to where they want to be. So where are they now? Really spend even just a few moments, right? Let me think about my key audience, my main customer, right? I like to, with all my clients, we give your, target audience a name, and we think about just that person, and we think about where she shops and what she thinks about and what her dreams are, his dreams. And we really spend time doing that, so that every day you can sit down with that person in your mind and say, okay, what are you struggling with today? And how can I help make it better? And by doing that, I promise you that not only will you feel more energized in your marketing, but it's going to be so much easier for you to create content because you're going to know exactly what your customer's struggling with that day. Now, if you're not somebody who has a great imagination and that type of thing doesn't come easy to you, the other trick is to say, okay, let me think over the last couple days, right? What are the challenges that I've heard from my clients, right? And we all talk, hopefully you're talking to either prospective clients or existing clients all day long, and we know what their challenges are. And that's something that we can use to get us energized around, okay, here's a problem that I know that I can solve. So our first one was remember your why. Our second hack was have a service mindset. And our third hack is remember that this is a marathon and it's not a race. There's so many coaches out there that are selling this idea of, get to 7 figures in 30 days with passive income. And I can tell you, I talk to entrepreneurs every single day who've done those programs and call me and go, why isn't it working? You have to remember that building a business is not something that's done overnight. Doesn't mean you can't start making money quickly, but it does mean that it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So your key job, especially in your marketing, is to show up every single day, be super consistent. Sometimes the things you're going to do are going to flop and sometimes they're going to be great. Just like when you run a marathon, right? You're going to have miles that are absolute drudgery, and you're gonna have miles where you're like, hey, I'm doing good. People are cheering me on. It's going to change all the time. Keep in mind that this is a long-term process and not something that is just going to happen overnight. And that's going to make you feel a lot better. One of the things that brings the most or takes away the most joy for marketing is when things don't go well, right? You post a reel, you spend an hour on, and no one looks at it, right? And it happens, right? It does. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's going to be nobody who watches this video today, but I'm going to come, I'm going to show up, and tomorrow I'm going to come and I'm going to show up and I'm going to do the same exact thing because over time, it makes a huge difference. People need to see your message at least 7 times. If not, there's some people are saying up to 30 times now. They need to see that message over and over and over again before they're even willing to take any kind of action. So I promise you, people are watching what you're doing. They may not be ready to buy yet. They may not be liking, they may not be commenting, but I promise you, if you are consistently showing up, the people who need your services are going to find you. But if you only do like 1 reel a week and then it stinks and you're like, forget it, I hate marketing, I'm never going to do it again, I promise you, your customers are not going to find you. So try to remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Show up every single day, do something small every single day. If it's how long am I going to talk? 15-minute little chat like this. If it's one graphic that you put up, if it's just a story, anything like that, just show up and do something. I'd say at least 4 days a week, if not every day. So I hope those 3 tips were helpful. I'll go back through them. The first one was remember your why. I'm looking at my notes, so I remember my notes and what I said. All right. So 1 is remember your why. 2 is focus on being of service. And the third one is it's a marathon, not a race. I hope that was helpful for you. Send me some notes. Let me know what you thought. If you have ideas for future live presentations, I would love to hear those. I try to go live every single Wednesday around this time. And then I also do a live Q&A on Tuesdays that you might enjoy as well. It's at noon Eastern Standard Time. Send me any questions you might have and I will answer them live at that time. Also, I wanted to tell you about my new program. It's all about finding joy in your marketing. It's called the Joyful Marketing Collective. And we meet every single week where we talk about your wins and your challenges. And I do laser coaching with you. You also get a quarterly marketing strategy meeting with me, which is huge. It's a massively discounted price. You also get access to a member-only Slack channel where we were just talking this morning in the Slack channel about stories and how impactful they can be because there's some new research out. So I'm kind of a research nerd, and so I love sharing research in there. You'll only get it by being a part of the Joyful Marketing Collective. If you are interested in joining, please send me a note. There is a link in my bio. There's a link off of my website. Wherever you're watching this, check it out. My website is sherrysutton.com, and you can click on, I think it says like join the group coaching or something like that, group mentorship, something like that, and learn more about it. I'm offering $100 off your first month if you apply by Sunday at midnight. And then the first cohort is going to get started on March 14th. So we would love to have you. Limited to 10 people. We already have about half of those spots filled up. So we're super excited to have you as part of that and part of the Joyful Marketing Collective. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to chatting with you. Talk to you soon. Bye.